Good morning. So today is day 21 and it's called Protecting Your Church and it's about fellowship. This whole section is about fellowship and how to have a good community, good Christian community. And so this is the last one on this area. And the reason this topic is important because Jesus said in John 13:35, you will know them by their love for one another. So Christians are supposed to be a display of God's love. So just so you know, I'm in Alabama this morning. I'm in my daughter's beautiful little apartment room that we helped fix up for her, and we brought her furniture here. So I'm live from another time zone. Um, Protecting your church. In Ephesians 4, it says, you are joined together with peace through the Spirit, so make every effort to continue together in this way. And so, church relationships to be healthy are going to require some work on our part. And some of it will be pleasant and fun and rewarding, and some of it will be challenging and rewarding. So, I'm just going to go through these. Number one, focus on what we have in common, not on our differences. Um, we have a lot in common as followers of Christ. We have a lot of things we clearly believe the same way, and uh, too many times maybe churches focus on what they disagree on. That doesn't mean, this does not at all mean we're going to go skimpy on truth and doctrine. It just means that some things we wrestle with and we might not necessarily come to an agreement on everything, but a lot we can certainly agree on as a Christian. And then, two, be realistic in your expectations. Um, be fair and reasonable with other people. Other believers will disappoint you and let you down, but that's no excuse to stop fellowshipping with them. They are your family. Even when they don't act like it, or when you don't, I guess, you can't just walk out on them. And so, same thing. We don't walk out on our family. We understand that there are going to be some um, difficult times, and so we don't just immediately. People get upset sometimes, and they just walk out and they go, "Well, what did you expect in the church? Did you expect perfection? And you're not gonna get that." Number three, choose to encourage rather than to criticize. Um, I struggle with this. Sometimes I see the flaw, or I see something maybe that I don't like or bothers me, and I have to stop and think sometimes, was that encouraging what I just said, or what I'm about to say, or was I being too critical? And sometimes I do that with my kids. I want to see something and help. I'm thinking I'm helping them by pointing out maybe something, and I can see the look on their face when I say something. I go, "Oh, I don't think I said that right," or in a loving way, and then I apologize and say, I'm sorry. I actually, you did a fantastic job, and I have to work hard to really focus on encouraging people because I love to be encouraged. So that's a great one. Number four, refuse to listen to gossip. Gossip is well known in the church when people talk about one another. We're pretty famous for that, sad to say, but the Bible says that we should not gossip. In Proverbs 17:4, troublemakers listen to troublemakers. That's one translation. There are ones who split churches thinking of themselves. So we don't want to be part of that. So we have to be careful what we say with our tongue. Number five, practice God's method for conflict resolution. There's a passage in Matthew 18 that tells us what to do when your brother sins against you. Go to him. And then if they don't listen, take another person. And then if they still don't listen, then you take it to the church or the elders. And the whole way through, you're praying for reconciliation and seeking to be gracious and loving the whole way, but you go through this process. If a believer hurts you, go and tell him. Work it out between the two of you. If he listens, you've made a friend. If he won't listen, take one or two others along so that the presence of witnesses will keep things honest and try again. If he still won't listen, tell the church. Okay, and then number six is important, is support your pastors and leaders. And I would agree with this next statement. There are no perfect leaders. Not at our church. Definitely not where I'm the pastor. And um, oh, it means so much when people um, support me and encourage me. And I have so many people who pray for me and tell me that they're praying for me, and it's unbelievable how much that means to me. And I know it helps me because these things that it requires to have a healthy church, I'm not always real good at them, but God will help me because He loves a healthy church, and we want a healthy church. And so may God help us to um, be the kind of person we should be, to work on our end of the relationships and not always expect everyone else to do all these things that we're thinking they should do. Let's work and make sure we're doing them too. Okay, that would be a great way to have healthy relationships. Okay, well, tomorrow we start into another section, another 7 days of purpose, and we're going to start talking tomorrow about discipleship. So that ought to be fun. Great. God bless you. Have a great day.